All right, I got this probably last video or whatnot of today to do. And what I wanted to talk about was how how have I changed, but real like in real like really like how have I changed? You know, me like me, and then me in the world, and life and whatnot. Well, um, so we have the whole 1% thing, and I remember kind of figuring it out and then putting it on, and then it was like put in as a nomination, and then it was put through, and I got it done. And I was I'd say qualified to have that at that point. After that, I put in a monetary figure, the 3 million, which is good because it would technically make me into a multimillionaire. So I got those two things done. I do believe that my presence in society has, I wouldn't say it has increased, it's just gotten a little bit better. I pay more mind to things and I pay attention to things. No matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, even if I'm by myself here or not even making a video, even if I'm doing nothing, I am feeling, I am thinking, and I am present. I am there, so whatever, even doing nothing is not nothing, it's something. You know what I mean? Everything it's not like trying to fill a jug full of water, like a big jug, a water jug, and it's got a big hole in the middle at the bottom, and everything just goes right out. You know what I mean? Or it goes right out, and then it goes into like a little, like a little pond or something where nobody can even see or understand. You know what I mean? Nobody can see it, nobody knows, and it's in this little pond. So that's the deal. But okay, so I talked about that. How about connections? So I have talked about how early in my life I had people, but even very young on, I had a some kind of relationship with somebody without even calling them up or hanging out with them or talking to them or anything. I was just involved in their life and they were involved in mine. You know what I mean? We were like publicly involved. So it was understood that she was with me, and it was understood that I was with her. You know what I mean? So that was good. I'm not gonna speak on. I don't believe on speaking too much on things like that. So I will keep it vague, a little bit vague. And I will. So that's when I learned that in life, like life is so big, and the world is so huge, and the social realm is so huge that if you think you're just gonna talk to two or three people and hang out with them all the time, and that's life, that is not life. You're nowhere in the world. Like you have no presence at all. You have to be involved in life in a way that you can extend and connect to the world. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest thing, that through that I've been able to, like, I think, like, even keep in touch with maybe new people in my life, new connections I've made, and new people in my life that I can have some kind of relationship with them. And I'm talking about lots and lots of people, but I'm talking about like somebody in this area, not location wise, somebody in this area, somebody in this area, maybe 3 or 4 people in this area, maybe 5 people in this area, maybe 2 people here, maybe 8 people here. You know what I mean? And with doing that, to be honest, I'm more successful at this. Should I have been living outside all that time, and even for 7 years, if I was working and I was active and everything, I would. I think yeah, that's fine if I did that. Yeah, that would be great. But but able to really understand the world and have some kind of comprehension and have a presence. You know, the thing is that when you grow, the fact is that you will grow into what you are. You will grow into what you are meant to be and what you really are. So if you're great, you will be great because you'll grow into that. You know what I mean? And especially if people already expect you to grow and they think you'll grow and be great, that'll probably happen. But yeah, that's the thing. You know, involving myself in bigger things and being involved, not bigger things, but really living. That's all it is. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't that I was shy or I was timid to live or anything like that. I wasn't lacking any of that. It was really a very unique issue. And I think I've really proved that, especially now. I think it was obvious then, but even now, it's proven because people probably thought, well, if this person is so great, why aren't they able to actually be here? Why can't they associate? You know, and they throw that in there. Like, well, even if this person is worth a lot of money, well, who are they screwing around? Where are they? How what is their life like? Everybody avoided me on the personal level, and everybody tried to fuck with me on a grand scale. You know what I mean? They were like, okay, on a personal level, I don't want to fuck around with this guy. Like inadvertently on a bigger scale, and then, you know, and like I said, they made a lot of mistakes. You know, especially in I'd say in the last 7.5 years is when they really, really messed up. You see, people will eventually find out who you screwed up in the shadow world. People will find out who was behind it, who was affiliated, and whatnot. And then you'll find out how what it's, you know, I don't know. I don't know what happens after that. But, you know, people will find out if you were basically, because you couldn't have screwed with me the way I see it. You couldn't have screwed with me by just saying, well, he's just like a basic level gangster, and we're just gonna punk the shit out of gangsters to get this thing through. You might do that on the surface to show people, just as a show, and those gangsters know that they're not getting screwed over and they're happy about it because they're getting the secret deal, and they think that, you know, that they're good and I'm the only one getting screwed up, so they're happy about it. But you can't do that to me without screwing up the shadow world, which means that you had very sophisticated people behind you doing this. Whoever was behind it to make that happen was highly sophisticated. And I would say that the motive at that time, because before then they weren't really screwing in my life, it was like the motive behind it was intimidation. How was this guy able to? It wasn't jealousy that he's becoming better or anything like that. It was purely based on intimidation. This guy is intimidating everybody. All of a sudden, like he went for a trip, came back, and now he's intimidating everybody all the time, everywhere he goes. We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. You know what I mean? So there was definitely quite sophisticated people behind doing that, because you could not do it by doing it to these people on the surface. You know, you had to be screwing with the shadows. I know that in every way that I got screwed over, they were screwing around with a lot of shadows to get me. Okay, number one. I'm not saying I'm not gonna say any more on that. That's done, and I'm gonna talk about now. Now I have a presence. I'm really there. Okay, so it was one thing when I was when I reached that average level or above average level, because even then it was serious. Like, you would have to screw over a lot of average people in the world in order to get me at that point, right? And now it's like, in order to get me, you gotta screw with the best of the best. You know, the top 1%. You know what I mean? And I'm just being real with that. And also the rich people. Because there's a lot of multimillionaires out there. There's a lot of multimillionaires that you're screwing with. All right. Lastly, what I should say is talking about the same thing. Okay. You know, being worth a dollar amount, right, is good. No. Being part of a 1%er club is good, right? That's two things. Being involved in my life, and having so many connections, and having people in my life who are closer to me than people who claim to be my friends or family, right? Anyone who claims that they're like my family, or they're like my friend, or they're like the coworker that was always there, from whatever the hell they're lying about, I got people in my life who are closer to me than these people, right? On the family level, friends level, coworker level, associate level, every kind of level you can think of that people might want to say that they can associate with me. I got people who I'm closer than all of these people in the world. What else is there to say? That's all there is. I'm there. I'm on the scene. I'm active. People see me. People know me. People recognize me. I'm getting a bunch of comments on my YouTube videos. I passed 2,000 views. So that's the deal. There's nothing really else more to say. This is not a spelling bee, so I'm gonna say good night. Unless I come back with another video.